Ladies and gentlemen, the 2015 Acura TLX prototype.
When the Acura TLX concept was unveiled in Detroit, the response was, well, underwhelming, simply because it was just a shell. There was no interior to view, despite the fact it was going into production this year. It reminded many of the Honda Civic unveil, when again it was just a shell. In that case, when it was finally launched, because of unusual negative reviews, the Honda Civic had to be quickly updated. Well, the plot thickens. The original North American launch of the TLX was delayed until now. And if I got your attention, I think so, Acura is calling this the most important launch in its history. Gives me the shivers. Well, let's find out why.
This car is unbelievably important to Acura, and we're just going to make sure that before the vehicle gets to the marketplace, goes on sale, it's going to be perfect. So the R&D team, the engineering team, they've just been double checking everything to make sure it's perfect. And when this car rolls out, we think that our customers are going to absolutely love it. We have 3 sedans in our lineup: our Gateway ILX, top of the line RLX, our flagship, and now TLX fits right there in the middle. That's the sweet spot. That's where we believe that the bulk of our sales volume is going to come from.
This was 1998, the first time we heard of the TLX, but it was a concept back then, or as they like to call them, a prototype. The following year, the TL made its North American debut. Well, Matt Hardick wasn't involved back then, but as a large project leader, this new TLX is his baby. And oh, by the way, Matt is large.
I'm 6'8". You might not think I can fit in this car, but I do. I actually have an outgoing TL that I drive every day. And some of the ways I'm able to do that, obviously it has tilt telescopic steering. The seat travel goes really far back, and there's a lot of space here for your knees. We have 3 cars. We have a 2.4 and a 3.5 two-wheel drive with precision all-wheel steer, and we have a 3.5 liter with super handling all-wheel drive. The 2.4 is a little more spirited and sporty feeling, both from a suspension standpoint and the new powertrain, whereas the V6 offers more power, but it's also more refined. Delivered through its 9-speed automatic transmission. And we did this on purpose to cater to the outgoing TSX and TL buyers, as well as people coming in who want to take a look. There's a different TLX for everyone, depending on your taste.
Although the TLX is a little shorter than the outgoing TL, the wheelbase remains the same. Now, it can be a little snug in the back seat, but according to Acura, 89% of the time, there's only one person in a car. Hopefully that's the person behind the wheel. 7% there's somebody in the passenger seat, and the rest is in the back. So Acura designers decided to concentrate on getting the optimum room in the front seats, which I think is a great idea when you consider this is a sports sedan.
The outgoing TSX and TL buyers will feel the difference in the first 50 feet. What we mean by that is the ride comfort and road noise and wind noise. We wanted to significantly improve those over the outgoing TL.
Inside the TLX, very pleasant. You know you're in an Acura, which I guess is a good thing. But a couple of things. One of the new things in this car is they have a cross-traffic monitor. Now, I don't usually use backup monitors. I'm kind of the old school. However, and you should back into your parking spot, but it's not always feasible. So you find yourself, and I'm sure you're like me, you're in a parking spot wanting to get out, you look both ways, you put it in a reverse, your backup lights are on, and some idiot all of a sudden drives right behind you, even though they see you moving. This cross-traffic monitor will not allow that to happen. It is brilliant. It sees traffic coming from both ends and will give you an audio warning. Now, maybe not as brilliant is this push-button transmission. On the 4-cylinder, you get a stick shift. You don't get it on the V6. You only get this. And of course, you'll get used to it when you own the vehicle. But you know, with a vehicle this important to the brand, I really wonder if it's worth gambling on veering away from the tried and true. Time will tell.
These vehicles that we're competing against, these brands, are not just strong automotive brands. They are some of the top brands in the world, any product. And so, while we're very confident with this car, we really think it's going to, achieve our objectives for us, but we're pretty confident we're going to get the job done.
Well, as we heard, it's the most important launch in the company's history. That's pretty heavy stuff, but there's no doubt that the TLX has to be a home run for Acura. And as we heard, there's plenty of new technology in this vehicle. We've got all-wheel steering, lots of active safety, and so on. However, Acura learned, hopefully, when they tried to market super handling all-wheel drive, that most consumers don't understand and maybe don't even care about the technology. What they care about is being comfortable, being safe, and in this case, having some performance. Well, this car does all of that and more. The challenge for Acura is luring customers from the German and other Japanese luxury makers. Can they do that? And how do they do that? I have no idea, but I know who can determine the success of this car, and I'm looking right at you.